The movie begins in a small village where Jaishnavi lives. She loves making pickles. One day, while she was making pickles, a boy named Kannu, who lived nearby, was recording a video of her as she explained her recipe to everyone. Actually, Jaishnavi runs a small pickle business from her home, with the help of her two friends. Jaishnavi adds a secret spice to her pickles, a recipe only she knows. She has never shared it with anyone. One day, Jaishnavi goes to the post office with Kannu to collect her pension. There, Kannu finds out that Jaishnavi's real name is Manoj, which shocks him because it is a boy's name. Jaishnavi then explains that her mother wanted a son, but instead, she gave birth to a daughter. Out of anger, she named her Manoj. Later, when Jaishnavi got married, she requested her husband to change her name to something more suitable for a girl. Her husband then gave her the name Jaishnavi. She tells Kannu that whenever someone calls her Manoj, she doesn't like it at all. After this, Jaishnavi goes to a local grocery store to recharge her mobile phone. But the shopkeeper tells her that even after the recharge, her son will not call her. Here, we learn that Jaishnavi has a son, Ketan, who lives in Mumbai with his wife, Manorama, and their son, Kaushal. Jaishnavi hasn't seen Ketan or his family for the past 10 years. Ketan never invites her to visit, nor does he come to see her. Meanwhile, Jaishnavi always waits for his call, but Ketan barely calls her. She feels lonely because her husband passed away a long time ago. She believed Ketan would never leave her, but he became so busy with his own life that he had no time for her. Jaishnavi often cries while remembering her husband. On the other hand, we see Ketan. His wife, Manorama, asks him to call his mother and invite her to Mumbai. At first, Ketan refuses, but after Manorama insists, he agrees to call her. When Jaishnavi receives Ketan's call, she is overjoyed because, after 10 long years, she will finally see her son. Ketan asks her to come to Mumbai, and she happily agrees. Jaishnavi is overjoyed when she receives a call from her son, Ketan, after 10 years. Excited to reunite with him, she decides to travel to Mumbai. However, upon her arrival, her phone switches off, preventing her from contacting Ketan. While Ketan searches for her at the station, Jaishnavi reaches his home and is warmly welcomed by Manorama and Kaushal. She notices that there are no photos of her or her late husband in the house, which makes her feel unimportant. Ketan scolds Jaishnavi for not waiting for him, but she is too happy to be with her son and grandson to take it to heart. At dinner, Jaishnavi is startled by Ketan's dog, Jenny, as she has been afraid of dogs since childhood. She soon learns that she has been brought to Mumbai mainly to take care of Jenny while Ketan and his family go on a trip. This realization breaks her heart, but she tries to adjust. Initially, she struggles with Jenny but gradually befriends the dog. She mistakenly feeds Jenny chocolate, causing the dog to fall ill, but after a vet's warning, she learns how to care for pets properly. As she spends time in the society, she befriends a newly married girl named Dhanashri. She also discovers that Jenny is actually a male dog who was given the name of a deceased female puppy to comfort Kaushal. Finding this unfair, she renames the dog Jigar, and the pet happily accepts the new name. One day, the secretary's granddaughter visits Jaishnavi, loves her homemade food, and invites her to dinner. There, Jaishnavi sees a viral cooking video that turns out to be of her hands making pickles. Encouraged by society members, she decides to expand her pickle-making business and participates in a food festival. Although her pickles receive mixed reviews, she remains determined. When Ketan and his family return from their trip, Jaishnavi realizes that she holds no importance in her son's life. Feeling unappreciated, she decides to leave for her village. Kaushal asks if she is going back just to make pickles, and Jaishnavi, hurt by his words, slaps Ketan. She confronts him about his deception, expressing her pain over being invited merely as a caretaker for a dog rather than as a mother. She reminds Ketan that he owes his success to the money she earned by selling pickles. She then leaves, taking Jigar with her. Back in her village, Jaishnavi expands her pickle business with the help of society members and hired workers. Her brand gains widespread recognition, and she eventually receives an invitation from London to speak at a seminar on women empowerment. Overjoyed, she realizes that her pickles are now gaining international fame.